rank the last 6 NBA first overall picks on upside. So we have Cooper Flagg, Zachary Ricochet, Victor Wembanyama, Paolo Banchero, Cade Cunningham, and Anthony Edwards.
Damn, okay. A lot of talent there. I'm going to go 1, Victor Wembanyama, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
He's an alien.
Yep.
He's once in a lifetime. He's going to break the league.
For sure.
Number 2, Cooper Flagg. This guy is showing in his rookie year, like, not a lot of blokes have done this. No. Not a lot of blokes are doing what he's doing.
Yep.
So Dallas found one there. Found a diamond in the rough, and God, they got lucky.
They got lucky.
Number 3, I'm going to go Cade Cunningham at 3. Cade Cunningham at 3. This guy started with Detroit. They were, 2 wins and like 30 losses at one point in his second or third season. They were the worst team in the league when he came. They are now the number 1 team in the Eastern Conference. It might be the easy East, but he's truly led this team. He's bought into this defensive identity this team has. And I'm telling you, not a lot of players can do that. It shows you how special he is. And he doesn't have this stacked roster. So I've got him at 3. Number 4, I've got Ant. That could be controversial.
Oh, really?
Number 4, I've got Ant. This guy's playoff performances are crazy. He's just knocking off vets. But
like Cade Cunningham is, isn't he?
Well, he's still bro. Cade is a year behind, and Ant hasn't finished.
Years behind.
Ant hasn't finished the number 1 seed. Detroit are running away with the number 1 seed. Cade's playmaking's better. That's tough.
Okay, yeah.
That's
Cade's playmaking's better, and then what's next?
He's probably a better leader. I'd say probably got his head screwed on a bit more than Ant. I'd say
that's why he's been to back-to-back Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, no, but Ant has shown, and teams with Ant being the best player, that they lose their head in the end of games. We've seen
but we haven't seen this with Detroit because they haven't played in any high-quality games.
They took the Knicks to 6 games last year.
So they were first-round exit.
Yeah, that's fine. They overperformed. No one picked him to be in the playoffs last year, and no one even picked him to be the number 1 seed in the East this year. That's insane.
You said the East like it's the West. It's the East. It's the East.
Still, you got it. You just beat who you're playing, and they're doing a good job. Detroit. Look at their team. It's
Minnesota.
But you guys have like all-stars all over your team.
We didn't wait. What? We had Cat.
Rudy Gobert is probably going to be a Hall of Famer. Cat. He's had Cat. You've had Julius Randle. Like, that's 4 all-stars just there. You've had Mike Conley as a vet to help in. Cade was on this young, really bad team, historically bad team.
Yeah, bro. So
they had Monty Williams brought him in. He was an absolute bust of a coach for them. And even this team they currently have now, it's Jalen Duren, Asar Thompson, and Isaiah Stewart, Tim Hardaway, Duncan Robinson. Like, these guys, it's not like these superstars everywhere. And they're the 1 seed. Like, that's crazy. So I think, Ant could definitely have a better career, but I'm saying Cade, we are just scratching the surface with him.
I just think when you go on upside, like, how can you go away from Ant over Cade? Like, I'm more than happy with Flagg and Wemby above Ant because Wemby's a unicorn. And Cooper Flagg's doing crazy things, like what he's doing this year. He's got the upside of being arguably the best defender in the league, and then his offense is just getting better and better. So I've got no issue with that. But Cade Cunningham, bro, he is a stud. But like, what has he shown so far that his upside is higher than what Anthony Edwards has provided? Anthony Edwards, like Minnesota were picking first for a reason. We were not a good team either. He's come in and pretty much from as soon as we got there, we had 1 bad year, and then it's just been playoffs. Win multiple series, Western Conference Finals. Again, win multiple series, Western Conference Finals. So he's improving every year. And statistically, he improves every year. And he came into the league as just raw potential with not much of a jump shot. Now he's arguably one of the best shooters in the league. He's got probably the most athletic player going around. And every season, he just refines his game more and more. And it's shown that it's already led to winning. What can you take from Cade Cunningham right now? That's like he will be this certified winner.
He's improved every year as well. His efficiency's gotten better. His turnovers have gone down.
Then
he's doing more with less.
But I don't think he's as versatile either. If the ball's not in Cade's hands, then what does he provide? Where Ant literally can play on ball, off ball, can literally do whatever you want. If you want him to go guard their best player, we've seen him do that. We've seen him go into a series against Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, lock him up. Luka Doncic, LeBron James, Austin Reeves, lock him up. He
doesn't make his teammates better the same way that Cade does. Like, Cade has made Jalen Duren an all-star,
I actually think
which
he
is
does.
insane.
I think the stats don't resignate to Anthony Edwards like they do with Cade, but he actually does.
No,
Because
he's
the way he plays on the court frees up so many players. Julius Randle can do what Julius Randle does because Ant frees so much space
No, but Julius
up for
Randle
him.
was doing that before Ant was there. Cade has elevated these guys to next level. Jalen Duren has no right to be
Cade's
an
also
all-star.
playing with high quality players in terms like Jalen Duren is a lottery pick, so they have a high quality player
Not the same
there.
extent as Minnesota. Like Minnesota, he has played with some future Hall of Famers.
Yeah, but that's because they're towards the back end of their career. Who knows what Detroit's players could be like?
No, but that's what I'm saying. Cade has essentially improved every year as well with the injuries taken out. Like he had the first year, they were terrible, injured, all-star, and now he's probably at worst, a top 10 player in the league.
Yeah.
And they both are.
I think both of them are absolute studs, but I think if we're going on upside, I struggle to see how Cade's upside is better than Ant. He may end up being a better player, but Ant literally has every tool you'd want in a player. Like we're talking about how he's a baby MJ.
Yeah,
so
we know
that upside is ridiculous, and he's shown that he can win as well.
Well, I think Cade's a MVP candidate this year, and I don't think Ant is. So
because he doesn't stat.
He doesn't play.
I think there's a case for Ant being the most overrated player in the league.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
on my side.
That is crazy.
No,
Then
I
you
love
also,
Ant, but I think there is an argument that Cade could have a better career for sure, and the East could have a part to play in that. He probably has more of a chance to win an NBA championship because he's got less to go through in the East.
Yeah, bro.
But anyway,
ridiculous.
Okay, so after that, number 5 got Paolo. Number 6, Zachary Ricochet.
Yeah, that's fair.
You'd be so flat having Zachary Ricochet in the middle of that. Paolo hasn't quite come on as we thought he would. But anyway, that's... what would you go?
Mine would be the exact same except swap Ant and Cade. So I've got Wemby 1, Flag 2, Ant 3, Cade 4, Paolo 5, Ricochet 6.
That's fair enough.
100%. I think Wemby's a clear 1, and I think Flag's going to put himself as a clear 2.
Yep. No, that's fair.
But no fair. They'll all be studs apart from Ricochet. Sadly.
He's looking like a bus right now.
Yeah, big time.
Welcome back to the podcast, episode 72 of Talking Dribble. You're either watching or listening to us on Spotify and YouTube. But no, thanks for tuning in, squad. Any updates? Anything?
Not too much. Obviously, the All-Star break's just been, so just a bit of calm time for the NBA and the NBA world. Adam Silver continues to just make silly mistakes by the sounds of it. But no, it's pretty cruisy time. It's just kind of readjust, back end of the season coming up. And like we'll touch on a bit, like what sort of teams will kind of rise to the occasion heading towards the playoffs, and are there some pretenders like the Detroit Pistons and Cade Cunningham? But it's going to be interesting. So we're in a good time of the league, exciting times. Probably a few more teams tanking than we'd like already.
Yep.
Don't like the idea. Triple J's already been shut down. Trae Young's been shut down. AD's been shut down. All these teams are pretty much just giving up. So we really, in both conferences, we have about 10 teams in each conference that are actually trying.
I know,
which
much
is a bit
tanking.
sad.
So much tanking going on.
With 30-odd games left.
Yeah,
it's a bit
never
disappointing.
seen it happen so early. Yeah. It's crazy. It's just all these, because these the draft's going to be insane. But there's so many different pick swaps and lottery protected picks that teams own other teams' picks. So it's just trying to avoid one team losing their pick to another. And it's just, they're just throwing the towel in. And,
100%.
Anyway, did you want to keep going?
100%. Yeah, I'll start us off with a little thing here. So obviously there's been chatter around possible expansion teams at the end of this season, coming in with the likes of Seattle and Las Vegas.
Ooh.
But one thing that calls for that is a possible expansion draft, okay? So we're not going to go through, they talk about that there'll be 8 players they can all protect. We're not going to go through all 8 players, but I thought I'd do a little segment here of which one player would every team keep in the expansion draft, okay?
Okay.
So I'll just list them off here, and you just let me know if you agree or disagree. So there's some pretty easy ones, but then there's probably a few that you just be like, oh, what do you reckon?
Just a quick question. Did you get one for the Bulls? Is there one?
It was a struggle. It was a struggle. Who'd be actually going?
Together, I was like, bro, we wouldn't keep 3.
This one could be controversial, I'm not going to lie. I'm keen to see where you sit on it, all right? So Detroit, Cade Cunningham. OKC, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Spurs, Wemby. Boston, I went Tatum. Denver, Jokic. Knicks, Brunson. Houston, Amen Thompson. Cleveland, I think Evan Mobley, just on he's young and he's upside. Lakers, Luka. T-Wolves, Ant. Toronto, Scotty Barnes. Phoenix, Devin Booker. Philly, Tyrese Maxey. Orlando, I still think they go with Paolo Banchero. Warriors is really difficult, so you can't let Steph walk.
Yeah,
you just got to hold on to Steph. There's no young talent coming through. Yeah, fuck.
Probably
Jesus.
not.
No. Miami, I went Bam Adebayo. Portland, Danny Avia. Clippers, very similar to the Warriors. Not much young talent, so just went with Kawhi again, I guess. Charlotte, Concaniple. Atlanta, Jalen Johnson. Bulls, Matas Buzalis. So the young, I think the hot potential there could be pretty high.
It's him or Giddy. It's him or Giddy.
Yeah. Milwaukee Bucks, I still think they just stay with Giannis. There's nothing else there, really. Memphis, a tough one. Went Cedric Coward. Obviously, they don't want Ja Morant anymore, and Cedric's their youngest and highest pick right now. Dallas, Cooper Flag for sure. Utah, Keontae George. Brooklyn, another tough one. Just MPJ, probably use him for some trade pieces eventually.
Yeah, they got no one else.
No, 100%. Pacers, Tyrese Halliburton. Pelicans, Trey Murphy. Wizards, Alex Sarr. And then Sacramento, Keegan Murray.
Yeah, well, he's basically the only valuable young asset they have.
Yeah.
Like, DeRozan, Levine, Westbrook's a bonus.
It is so
ship them off.
Yep.
Going with the vets, with the Warriors, the Clippers, Portland, Denny for sure.
Yep.
Utah, you could, there's the argument of Markkanen, Jaren Jackson Jr., but I think Keontae George, the fact that they drafted him, you'd definitely go him.
And I don't think they make this Triple J move if they don't believe in Keontae George. Obviously, they see him as a cornerstone piece. I think they're very invested. Brooklyn's tough. All 5 of their first-round picks this year look pretty average right now. Igor Demon's their best one, and he's
not looking great.
Pretty average. He's kind of just a catch-and-shoot player right now.
Philly, so would you reckon Maxey over VJ Edgecombe? With the promise that Edgecombe's shown so quick?
I think VJ is going to be a stud. I think he's going to be so good. He looked elite in the Rising Star games as well, but Tyrese Maxey, he's an all-star. He'll be one of the better point guards in the league for a while, I think.
Yeah.
He's so good.
Yep.
But I think it is between him and VJ, but it's tough. VJ is still not completely sure on what he could be. So I think you go a bit safer in terms of Tyrese Maxey is still a stud and probably a top 15 player right now. So,
Bulls definitely, it's either Giddy or Martis. Probably Martis because we drafted him. Giddy on a lot of money. Buzalis' upside is definitely, he could be better than Giddy, but then he could also just be show that he's not great because we just do not draft well at all. I heard one that I thought Bucks is interesting because do they even want Giannis? They do want Giannis.
Yeah,
but
I don't know what else they'd keep
because the only other one would be Ryan Rollins, but obviously Giannis is a 30,000 times better player. It's just
it depends which way they want to go. 100%. So I'm not too sure with the Bucks, and then Warriors literally just have no young talent.
Yeah.
Clippers, it's do they want Darius Garland or Benedict Mathurin? I don't think you still have Kawhi, and as long as you got him, you can contend a bit.
Yep.
Are you happy with Amen Thompson over Alperen Şengün for Houston?
I'd take Amen for sure.
Yep.
Definitely.
Yep. No,
Şengün's a beast, but I think Amen has some crazy upside.
Mobley over just Donovan Mitchell right now.
Just the age. Yeah. That's it. Mobley could be a
and the scheme is
first team All NBA.
The scheme is a little bit of Donovan maybe not re-signing. Yeah, I think this playoff run is going to play a big part in if Donovan stays with Cleveland or not.
And then the thing is with Donovan, he's hit his peak. He's at his peak. His peak is elite. It's just
his peak is
Mobley.
Top 15.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. He's never really going to be a top 10 player. Mobley has a top 5, top 10 ability.
And we're not big Mobley guys, but still you got to take take that chance on him. Yeah, no, not too bad. Not too bad.
That's a respectable list.
Yeah. Oh, Magic. It was Paolo or Franz.
Yep.
Magic fans can pick, I guess. Yep. I still think you go with the number 1 pick in Paolo. Okay. Yeah.
All right. I've got something for you.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Paul has announced his retirement. Hell of a career. Hats off to him. It was quite a shame the way his career's ended. 100%. Waived by the Clippers, traded to the Raptors, and then that was basically just used as a tax write-off. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so I've got a question for you. Is Chris Paul a top 5 point guard of all time?
Are you giving me names or am I just saying?
I can give you names.
Without looking at him now, I think he probably is. Obviously it holds him back that he doesn't have a championship.
Yep.
We got to remember, bro, this guy was one of the better point guards in the league for majority of his career. And I know he didn't win a championship, but he did show any team he went to, they improved significantly.
Yeah.
Every year. Bro, Phoenix were a dumpster fire. He went there and they're in the NBA Finals. They were a couple of games away from winning a chip. They were up 2-0. They're up 2-0 against the Bucks.
2-0 on the Bucks and then lost the next 4.
And then, so that's brutal.
They were 3-2 up on the Warriors with KD, Steph, Clay, Draymond, and then he did his hamstring and they lost the next 2.
That was a year. And then you also talk about how unlucky he is. You look at the trades that get sent through now, and a trade to send him to the Lakers with Kobe Bryant couldn't get through.
I know.
What are we doing here, bro? Imagine Kobe and Chris Paul together. That could have put years on Kobe's career and obviously cemented CP as one of the better players of all time.
Well,
so I think without looking at names so far, I think he's a top 5 point guard.
Well, this is his resume. He's played for 21 seasons, 12-time All-Star, 11-time All-NBA, 9-time All-Defensive Team, 6-time Steals champ, 5-time Assists champ, NBA Rookie of the Year, and was on the NBA 75th anniversary team.
Yep.
However, there's names. So I think there's 4 that automatically are above him. That's Magic, Steph, Oscar Robertson, Isaiah Thomas.
Yep. Okay. Yeah.
And then he's probably in this Jason Kidd, Stockton, Steve Nash, probably area. And then there's even blokes like Gary Payton, Bob Cousy.
So I think he's above that tier.
Westbrook, Kyrie, and then like Luka. Like, where's Luka going to finish on this? So he's probably in that like 5 to 10, I'd say.
Luka, also Shea. Shea's going to be up there, bro. Like, he's already won a chip and an MVP and a finals MVP. He's probably ahead of Luka right now. So Shea's going to put himself up there. I know everyone, like, it's like a cool thing right now to not rate Shea. But that guy is one of the better players we've seen.
Yeah.
But who taught Shea? Does Shea's career pan out the way it does if CP's not at OKC and kind of guides him through this time? Came at the perfect time and was the perfect leader for him. Yeah, I think he's definitely in that bracket with your Stocktons, who are Jason Kidd. Like, I think that's the bracket he's definitely in. Steve Nash's. It's really tough. And it's tough because we didn't see prime Steve Nash. And Jason Kidd's prime was definitely a bit ahead before our time as well.
And Kidd's a champion, Nash 2-time MVP.
Yep.
Stockton leads the NBA in steals and assists all time.
I just think it's very impressive in terms of what Chris Paul did throughout his whole career because he's not the same player as LeBron, but he did a similar thing where he transitioned with what the league was doing.
Yeah.
Right. I think we forget, like, Chris Paul coming into the league, he was explosive. Bloke could get up. He had an explosive part of his game. And then he transitioned with the time. Obviously his mid-range is one of the better efficient shots in the league. Like, he was automatic from there, created an outside 3-point shot as well. And then just as the league evolved, he evolved with it. Even though his athleticism was on the decline, he still found ways to make a huge impact on each team. Like, literally that Houston team could have easily won a championship.
True.
He really got OKC back on track just in terms of developing that young talent. Phoenix, they were so close to winning a championship. And I think that KD thing screwed him up. So, I don't know. I can't definitively say that he's a top 5 player.
Okay.
But he's definitely in the mix for sure.
Well,
top 5 point guard.
What you can do is just definitively just say, will he finish higher than this player on the all-time list? Okay?
Okay.
Just bang, bang, bang.
Oh.
So, who is higher on the all-time list? Chris Paul edition. Chris Paul or Kyrie Irving?
Chris Paul.
Chris Paul or Russell Westbrook?
Chris Paul.
Chris Paul or Blake Griffin?
Chris Paul.
Chris Paul or Kawhi Leonard?
Chris Paul. Oh, Kawhi's got the chips and a finals MVP.
And Defensive Player of the Year.
And the Defensive Player of the Year. Oh, bro. It's just so frustrating because we looked at it. Where was he on the all-time scoring list? He's not even top 100.
Okay, if you could have one, you'd probably pick Kawhi.
Because you take the long wing that can literally guard the other team's best player, and he's so efficient. And he's still doing it. Probably Kawhi. It's just those injuries are very frustrating.
Chris Paul or Luka Doncic?
Chris Paul, right now.
Right now?
Yeah.
Chris Paul or Derrick Rose?
Chris Paul.
Bitch. Chris Paul or Anthony Davis?
Chris Paul.
Chris Paul or Carmelo Anthony?
Chris Paul.
Chris Paul or Paul Pierce?
Pierce has a chip.
And a finals MVP.
And a finals MVP. I think as an overall player, though, I'm still taking Chris Paul. Okay. I think, Chris Paul.
Who had the better goodbye tour? Was it farewell tour?
Jeez, very similar.
Not great.
Shit.
Chris Paul or Dwayne Wade?
D-Wade. I think D-Wade probably a top 4 or 5 shooting guard of all time, and he's got the chips with him as well. Okay. Yeah.
Chris Paul or Allen Iverson?
Chris Paul.
Really?
Oh. Okay, so he's just got the one MVP. Didn't win a chip.
No. But he's,
And see, I don't know. I think AI gets bumped off the top 5 shooting guards.
Yeah, probably.
Because I think I go MJ, Kobe, D-Wade, probably Harden. Am I missing someone there?
Did you say Kobe?
Yeah.
You said Kobe.
So maybe he falls to 5, sorry.
Yeah, right.
Give me AI. Give me AI.
And then last one, Chris Paul or Charles Barkley?
Chris Paul.
Okay.
Chris Paul.
Tough. I respect that. Love your work.
What do you reckon?
I'd say, the Kawhi one's a tough one. But I'd say probably Kawhi.
Yeah.
Luka will be by the time he's done.
100%. Well,
honestly, I'd
you'd
probably
hope so.
agree with all of them. Derrick Rose is,
Yeah.
that's blasphemous that you say Chris Paul is better, but that's okay.
Then who?
Derrick Rose.
1 year of Derrick Rose.
No.
No, but even just with the Lucas stuff, like, I don't know, like, you'd expect him to eventually be better
No, he will.
than that, but it's just like, also, like, there's a few holes leaking in just for Luka in terms of
Just
as a
only
defensive player.
averaging 33.
Right. Yeah, but it's a
10
completely
and
different
9.
time as well. It is a completely different time.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. I thought I'd just show some respect to CP.
No, 100%.
Anyway.
We love CP. Big CP fan here. We are going to miss him. Clippers did him dirty for sure, but that's all right. That's all right. Do you want me?
Yeah.
Just moving back to the expansion teams. Obviously, we just touched on it that Las Vegas and Seattle are probably coming in. But that means so they're two Western Conference sides of the board of map for America, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So that means there's going to have to be a Western Conference team that moves over to the Eastern Conference. All right. So a couple of teams come to mind. Obviously, Memphis, pretty much on the eastern side of the map. And yeah, they're pretty close around there lower. But I don't think they're not really too close to any division based. But one team definitely comes to mind that could make their way over to the Eastern Conference. And I think it would be very beneficial for both this team and the East. And that is the Minnesota Timberwolves. All right. The Minnesota Timberwolves could be a team that moves over to the Eastern Conference, closest to Milwaukee, Chicago, Detroit, and Indiana. So firstly, that just builds new rivalries. We talked about rivalry week. We found Minnesota v Chicago. And we're like, what's this about? Well, they're actually next door neighbors right there. So I think the Talk and Dribble Cup could become a regular thing. We could get a Eastern Conference Finals of the Chicago Bulls v the Minnesota Timberwolves.
4 times a year.
4 times a year. So much could happen. But I think that's really exciting. I think this could benefit both Minnesota and the Eastern Conference, all right? Okay. So firstly, touching on Minnesota, reduced travel time makes a massive difference. So we're currently in a Western Conference time zone, but we're pretty much Eastern Conference. So we're traveling all over the map, which obviously takes a toll after an 82-game season plus playoffs. So obviously that takes a big toll. That will reduce with an Eastern Conference move. Also, wide open Eastern Conference. Like this, I think this Eastern Conference is begging for a superstar like Anthony Edwards to join them. Obviously, they have talent in your Jalen Brunsons, your Giannis's, your Jason Tatums, your Jalen Browns, Donovan Mitchell, Cade Cunningham even. But I think what the Western Conference has that the East is begging for is just a high-profiled, high-personality superstar that puts bums on seats for the Eastern Conference games. Because we even find the East, you do scrape over it a little bit. No one is as invested, especially come playoff time, in the Eastern Conference as what the Western Conference provides. So I think that would be huge for both Minnesota with a wide open Eastern Conference to go into and plus the Eastern Conference to bring in a superstar like Anthony Edwards and just bring a bit of pop to the Eastern Conference and bring him some sort of excitement.
And in the East, he would thrive.
100%. So literally, Wolves' biggest issue has been the last 3 years, getting past just 3 of the game's best players. All right. We struggled against Luka Doncic, struggled against Nikola Jokic, and then struggled against SGA. All right. But what sort of teams are stacking up in the Eastern Conference that you could say line for line are better than the Minnesota Timberwolves and really would have their number in terms of they clearly have the better player on the other court?
Probably Cade Cunningham in Detroit.
That's ridiculous.
I'd say.
That's
probably
ridiculous.
We could
That's ridiculous.
get that settled real quick.
That's ridiculous. But all I'm saying is Anthony Edwards could potentially walk into the Eastern Conference as the best player already. Like, obviously, it's still very tough between Giannis is still there, but who knows what's going on with him. Cade Cunningham is emerging. Brunson's one of the better point guards in the league. Tatum's coming back, but there's not a clear definitive best player in the Eastern Conference. Anthony Edwards could come in and just take the reins straight away. He is an alpha. He's a big personality. He's not afraid to say what he wants on live TV. So I'm big on that. And yeah, so literally, I think Minnesota will arguably bring in more regular season wins, different matchup dynamics, and new rivalries as well. So I think this is a massive win for both the Eastern Conference and the Minnesota Timberwolves. What are your thoughts there?
No, I respect it. Minnesota in the East is definitely something that could happen. That's assuming, Vegas and Seattle, like 2 teams come in and then they can go into the West, move Minnesota to the East. Yeah, the East are looking for something. Like we got the Knicks, we got the Pacers next year when Haley comes back and you're pairing him with Zubats and Siakam. But even still, they're not like big crowd drawers. No. Like Celtics, with Tatum back, they'll be back again. But Giannis, big chance he moves to the West. So it seems like every Eastern Conference star is just moving to the West. So Yeah, they're definitely begging for a superstar.
100%.
But no, I love that. I love that. That'd be massive for your T-Wolves, man.
Oh, bro, I would be stoked. Heading to the Eastern Conference, we'll just open that shit wide up.
Yep.
And then obviously brings a bit more talent over to the East. Could probably just make that East v West a bit more balanced, which we'd like. 100%.
Okay. Do you want to?
Do you have anything?
Yeah, I do, but you can keep going.
No, you dig in, and then I'll jump in afterwards.
Okay. I've got a what do I have? Okay, I've got a little start bench cut for us.
Ooh,
start bench cut. So, start bench cut NBA duo edition.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
The NBA duos. This is just for this year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
so, yeah. So it's basically 3 duos, and you have to start bench cut. Yeah. And I've got 3 sets of it. So, Jokic and Murray, Shea and Chet, or Wemby and Fox. Start bench cut.
Start Jokic and Jamal. I think that's the best duo in the league.
I know, loves that.
Yep. All day. And then I think you got to bench Chet and Shea and then cut Wemby and Fox. Shea, I still think, is the second best player in the league, and he's probably getting to a point where he's slightly underrated now, since it's kind of like a thing to just bash on him, and no one thinks he's as good as he is. There's a reason he's pretty much just recreated this whole OKC team. And Chet's an all-star this year as well, and one of the better defensive players in the league.
Okay.
Wemby, bro, give Wemby another couple of years where he just becomes, I think he just needs to see the playoffs a few times.
Yeah, for sure.
Get some experience, and then, bro, the league's cooked once Wemby gets going. But I think I think Shea, Chet, and then, cut Wemby and Fox.
I respect that. Okay. Donovan Mitchell and James Harden. Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves. Jalen Brunson and Kat.
They're all, we've seen a good 2 games from Donovan and Harden so far, so it's hard to judge that. Reeves and Luka have barely stayed healthy. I don't actually love them as a duo. I think right now, is this also like my prediction for the rest of the season? How I think they'll play out?
You can start bench cut however you want.
Okay.
It can be.
I think I'm gonna.
We haven't seen much of Donovan and Harden.
Well, I just love the idea of Donovan and Harden, so I'm starting them. I think this actually puts Cleveland as the best team in the Eastern Conference. They're my pick. I think they'll have a great run home and probably get the 2nd seed in the East. I reckon. I think they might be a bit too far away from Detroit at this point, but I think they could find themselves 2nd in the East at the end of the season. So I'm starting Donovan and Harden. I think I'm benching Brunson and Kat. They've had playoff success. They've been solid together. I think they'll get better. They just need to kind of mix into this Mike Brown offense. And then I'm benching Luka and Reeves. Firstly, they can't really stay too healthy right now. And as an actual duo, it's a lot of offensive firepower, but we saw the holes creep up in the Minnesota series last year. They couldn't guard you and me out there. It's ridiculous. Like, bro. Good plug. Just plug the whole squad in there. Get a 5 offense, and I think we're getting buckets on them. So, I think, cutting Luka and Reeves.
Sweet. Okay. That's big. Stiff. Not just because you haven't seen Austin Reeves play in like a few months.
Do you think, would you definitively say that they're a better duo than Jalen Brunson and Kat?
I think individually they're better than Brunson and Kat.
Yes.
Like, I think like Reeves having a better season than Kat. But maybe as a duo, Brunson and Towns, we've seen more of them actually directly. Like, they impact each other more,
100%.
I guess.
Yep.
Okay, last one. Cade Cunningham and Jalen Duren, Anthony Edwards and Julius Randle, or Kevin Durant and Alperen Şengün?
As actual duos, I think, as of right now, there's probably not a better duo right now than like up there as with Cade and Duren. I think I'm starting them. They're just the typical guard to big duo that you love to see. And Cade's really unlocked Duren. We thought he was a borderline bust at the end of last year, and he's had an awesome year and got himself an all-star nod. So hats off to them. I think start them. I'm benching Ant and Julius. I still think they're a quality duo, but they just probably don't complement each other as much as Cade and Duren do. And then I'm benching KD and Şengün. I think it's been super disappointing so far. Şengün's been an abysmal defender, and KD's just seems like a narky old man right now. And I think this experiment definitely hasn't worked as they were hoping so far. Obviously, not having a point guard plays a big part in that, but as an actual duo, I don't think it's actually working. And they're still trying to find that balance of who to go to in clutch, who's kind of their primary guy. Which, look, we faced similar last year with Julius and Ant. Like, we had similar issues as well.
There's going to be growing
So I think it's just the time's actually not on their side because KD needs to start winning right now. So that's the concerning part. But, I think I'd cut Şengün and KD.
That's valid. That's valid. That's all good choices. I agree with basically everything you did.
Yeah? Even the Reeves Luka?
Yeah, no, I probably would. Just as a duo.
Yeah.
I'd have them, independently as players. Probably, like, Reeves had an outstanding season. Probably should have been an all-star if he wasn't injured.
Yeah.
But no, I respect
100%.
that.
Yeah.
Respect it.
Clean. Love it. Talking about just Detroit and stuff, these guys coming on, which potential playoff teams will rise, fall, or maintain post-All-Star break, okay? So I'm going to go through the top, so pretty much all teams in the playoff contention, which is pretty much 10 teams in the East, 10 teams in the West, and if I think they will, pretty much stay where they are,
Cool.
if they will improve or not. All right, so starting in the East, I'll just go 1 to 10 right now. I think Pistons, they maintain. They're not losing that 1 seed. They'll stick around where they are. Boston, I expect them to fall a bit. 5.5 games right now behind Detroit, but I think Knicks are improving, Cavs are improving. I expect them to fall a bit, and the roster just isn't that strong. So these other teams will start to take over. Knicks, I think they'll just maintain. I think they stay around that 3 seed because at 4 I have the Cavs rising. I think they'll get to that 2nd seed, take over Boston and Knicks. I expect them to just finish this season really, really strong. Toronto, I think they maintain at the 5 seed. I think they just stick around where they are. I think there's a clear gap between them and the top 4 teams, but then them and Philly and Orlando behind them. So I've got them just sitting at 5. Philly maintaining as well. They're 10.5 games behind, game and a half behind Toronto, but PG's out. Can't fully trust Embiid. It's really Maxey and VJ doing a lot of stuff. So I've got Philly just sitting at the 6th seed. Orlando maintaining as well. Okay. I think they're big behind Philly. I don't think they're really close to those right now.
So you think they'll stay in the play-in?
I think they'll stay in the play-in. I think they're a play-in team. I think all the teams above them are better teams right now and have a better gel right now. So I think they stick at the 7. Miami, I have falling. So they're just half a game behind Orlando right now. But everything's just fallen down for Miami. I just don't know what they really are. They lost to a team that literally benched their entire starters in the last quarter.
Yeah, they were trying to lose.
Yeah, it's
Utah
ridiculous.
Were like, you can have this game.
Yeah.
Like, we don't want it.
We're just like, we actually don't want to win. We're good.
Could they start tanking?
I expect probably Miami to stick around in the play-in. Like, they'll stick in the top 10 and Spo will work some magic to somehow get them the 8 seed again. Yep. But in the actual regular season, I think they'll continue to drop because right behind them is the Charlotte Hornets, who are on the rise. Bro, they are absolutely balling out. Right now, they have apparently, statistically, the biggest winning margin in an entire NBA season.
Damn.
So when they actually win games, it's a bigger winning margin than any other team ever. So I think it was OKC this year as well.
Yep.
And Charlotte's overtaken them in terms of when they win, they have a bigger winning margin than any other team.
They had that 60-point win over Brooklyn. I think Knicks had a similar win, but they had that would skew it for sure. Literally. But that's crazy.
It's pretty impressive. And they're flying. And this young team's actually starting to gel. Con Knipple's an absolute stud. So I expect them to rise and definitely take over Miami. And they could be pushing Orlando as well. And then I've just got Atlanta maintaining. They're just pretty dookie. They're just the average of average. Another playing team. Again, bit disappointing from them.
So disappointing.
100%. Any questions there or you want me to go west?
Where's the Bulls? Aiden Ivey.
Yeah, so we'll go to the West, the Western Conference. OKC maintaining. They're not losing that 1 seed at all. Spurs maintaining as well. I don't know if they're a big playoff contender in terms of actually competing for a championship yet, but they're not losing that 2 seed. Still 3.5 games ahead of Denver, I reckon. And yeah, this is pretty stock standard. Denver maintaining as well. I think that's the top 3 teams in the West right there at the end of the season. Houston, I expect to fall. So they're 7.5 games behind, a game behind Denver right now. I expect them to fall a few places. All right. So they're currently the 4 seed. And then I also expect the Lakers behind them to fall a bit as well. The Lakers, it's weird. They're still somewhere up there, but they're not playing good basketball. And I think once the teams behind them, one team behind them really starts to get going, I expect them to drop a bit. And that's because I got Minnesota at 6. I think they will rise. I expect Minnesota to get... Yeah. No, but I still think we're one of the better teams in the league, but we are also inconsistent. I think we will get a top 4 seed at the end of this season. We're only half a game behind Houston, and we're both we're the same amount as Lakers. I expect us to start to hit our straps a bit and lock in, which we usually do at the back end of the season heading into the playoffs. So I expect us to get over Lakers and Houston. Suns maintain at 7. Warriors fall. I think they're just everything's crumbling down for the Warriors. I don't know what this Tinkus Pinkus move does for them.
Yeah, no.
It's very interesting. Portland rise. I think Portland finish off a bit strong. I think they could jump the Warriors and get over them and get to that 8 seed. And then Clippers probably just maintain as well. There's no one behind Clippers really competing to take over them. And then we don't really know. They're in a soft tank, but they're not as well. It's really interesting because they obviously moved off Harden. But Kawhi's playing career best basketball right now as well. So I think they'll just maintain where they're at. What do you reckon?
No, I like that.
Any question marks?
Yeah, I think Timberwolves might fall off, honestly. They could definitely fall off this year.
You're a loser.
To finish the season? Nah.
You're a loser.
I like it. Have you got any other NBA stuff or do you want to finish off with movie, TV stuff?
I've got one more.
Yeah, no, go for it.
If you want me to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah? All right, we'll smash through this, all right? It's actually a question for you, all right? So we've got, is this player overrated, underrated, or properly rated, okay? So starting off, Denny Avia. Overrated, underrated, properly rated.
Properly rated.
Properly rated?
I think.
All right.
We'll go properly rated.
All right.
Or should I just say? Nah, we'll go properly rated.
Yeah.
Properly rated.
SGA?
Honestly, I think he's properly rated. I
Yeah.
think he is.
Okay.
Honestly,
Yeah.
Like he's the second best player in the NBA, and I think that's pretty universal opinion. Some people think he is the best over Jokic. Don't agree with that, but he has the argument, so I think he's properly rated.
All right. Jalen Johnson?
Honestly, I think he's a bit overrated.
Yeah, I'm there.
His
Yeah.
defense isn't great.
It's really bad.
It's really bad. I thought he was a better defender than he is.
Mhm.
So definitely deserves an all-star. But look, you're the best team on this team that has talent.
Yeah.
Like, you're the best player on this team that has talent. And you're the 10 seed in the East.
They've moved
That's
off
insane.
their franchise piece to center it around you,
Yeah.
and they're still pretty average.
Pretty
so
dookie.
it's got, yeah,
I'm just a little bit overrated.
100%. No, I'm there. Evan Mobley.
Definitely overrated.
Yeah, overrated.
He's probably the most overrated player in NBA history. I ain't gonna lie. I have not. He got Defensive Player of the Year, but everyone's expecting this like jump and like comparing him to like Wemby. And it's like, bro, you're not that guy.
No, he's, yeah.
He
I think he's
can't
definitely
be. I don't think the 1A on a championship team. He
No,
has to be
Definitely not.
the second best player for sure. And we haven't even seen that. They haven't got
No.
past the second round.
No. No.
So, yeah,
fair enough.
Bit
Fair enough.
overrated.
Amen Thompson.
That's interesting. I think properly rated.
Okay.
He's just a wait and see kind of player.
Yeah.
Everyone's just waiting for him to just
100%.
come on, and he's improving every year. So
I think as of right now, he's a touch overrated.
Okay.
Just in terms of, I think the physical tools are great, but we've seen this as well. Bro, you need to be able to shoot the ball. And if Rudy Gobert is guarding you on the defensive end, that's not a good sign. All right, you need to be able to stretch the floor, especially with the players they have. Şengün doesn't stretch the floor that well. Like, I think until he gets a jump shot, I'm not full sold on him being this absolute superstar. But the athleticism's there, 100%.
Okay.
Rudy Gobert.
You watch more of him than I do, but I think severely overrated.
Severely.
Man's a genuine tree on offense. Obviously, great defensive player. He's got 4 Defensive Player of the Years, and he's in the running again this year. So he knows what he's doing on that end. But holy shit, catch a ball. Just catch a ball. How are you earning like $40 million a year and you can't catch?
But I think everyone knows now that he is just a terrible offensive player.
That's
But
what I'm saying,
his impact on defense, I've been very hit and miss with Rudy over the last few years. I thought he had a terrible year last year. But I think this year he's really showed why he's one of the better defensive players in the league. He is the anchor of that Minnesota defense. So, yeah, he's probably I don't know if he's severely overrated. I think he's slightly overrated.
Yeah, we'll go severely.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, 2 more, all right? Paolo Banchero.
I would have said overrated, but I think he's properly rated in the sense that no one rates him anymore.
Yeah, 100%.
And like, not that I don't rate him particularly, but I think he's definitely dropped off,
100%.
or at least he just hasn't progressed the way we'd hope.
Yeah.
I had Orlando being the 1 seed this year. Thought him and France, the addition of Desmond Bain would just be the perfect, 3-point anchor they needed. Their 3-point shooting's gotten worse.
Yep.
He's kind of dipped this year.
Yeah.
Not an all-star who would have thought.
No.
He's had some injuries, but no, I think properly rated in
Oh.
the sense that he's not that great at the moment.
All right, easy as. And last one, LaMelo Ball.
Universally overrated because like everyone just loves him.
Mm-hmm.
But like I think properly rated in the league. Like I don't know what his
Yes.
value would be in a trade.
I
I don't
think
think
so.
many people would give up draft haul or their
No.
best player for LaMelo.
100%.
So I'd say properly
Yeah.
rated.
Oh, I just see a big issue with a player if they the star player and they're getting benched at the end of games, then I can't see you as a top tier superstar because like
It's because his defense
yeah.
is so bad.
it's so bad. But like you need to be that good offensively then, and
Yeah.
obviously if he's getting benched towards the end of games, there's a real issue there. So yeah, I think a bit
He is
overrated for sure.
Yeah, he demands the ball. So when you have their free-flowing offense and Concanipple doing what he's doing, like, yeah,
Mhm.
LaMelo is a pretty volatile player when you put him in,
100%.
especially when he hasn't been playing, comes in and he kind of takes over the whole offense. So
Yeah, for sure. For
anyway,
sure.
should we
Did
finish?
you want to do movies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got some interesting stuff, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm
Yeah,
happy
yeah.
to start us off.
Yeah,
all right.
go for it.
All right, perfect. Here we go. No, can't even speak right now. Blind rank these post-Secret Wars fan cast, okay?
Okay.
So we've got 5 here. Blind rank 5 to 1, okay? Starting us off, Dacre Montgomery as Iron Man.
I'm gonna put that at 4.
At 4.
I don't know if I like that.
I didn't
An
mind
Aussie being
originally,
Iron
and
Man,
then
I don't think I can see it.
Yeah, no, fair.
He looks the part, but I don't think an Aussie could be Iron Man.
Yeah, all right. Penn Badgley as the Hulk / Bruce Banner?
Gossip Girl.
Yeah. Actually,
You.
Oh, it's
Wait, who'd you say it was? Who?
Penn Badgerly
As who?
as the Hulk / Bruce Banner.
That's interesting. I've never thought of that.
I actually kind of like it. I think I really
I'll
like
put
it.
I'll put that at 3.
At 3?
Put that at 3. I like that.
The big one. Damson Idris as Black Panther.
Yeah, put that at 1.
Yeah.
That's got to happen. I hope it has happened already.
Yeah.
That would be insane.
Well, that's the thing. It might even be before Secret
Yeah,
Wars.
no,
Who knows?
make that happen.
Taron Egerton as Hawkeye.
It's Hawkeye. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna put that at 5.
Mm-hmm.
I think he could play a way better role than Hawkeye. I think he could play or he could make that role even better than Jeremy Renner.
Yeah.
But Jeremy Renner's the perfect Hawkeye.
Yep.
But that'd be interesting.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind that, but I'm gonna put that at 5.
Okay.
Hopefully,
all right.
something's here.
All right. So what do you have left? 2. Alexander Ludwig as Thor.
Who's
Do you
that?
remember him? So he's from Grown Ups 2. He's old mate's son.
Yeah, he's in Vikings.
Yeah. Like he's.
Yeah. I like that.
I reckon
He's
he
in
could-
Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't mind that.
I reckon he
Yeah,
could be
it'd
pretty
tough.
good. I reckon he
It'd
could
just
be pretty
weird
good.
seeing
Someone else.
someone else who's
Thor.
not
Yeah.
Chris Hemsworth. So
I understand. And that's
Okay.
the thing. It's like, it depends who they're actually going to recast. But I saw some of
respect
these and I
that.
think they're pretty quality.
I respect that. I respect that.
I understand. Did you have something you want to do? Or
You can go and then I'll finish off.
Perfect. All right. King of the Hill, Justice League fan cast.
Okay.
Okay. So just got, probably about 7 or 8 names here
Okay.
and just see who comes out. Okay. So starting off, Nate Mann as Batman versus Charlie Fraser as Wonder Woman. Do
Okay.
you need a photo of Charlie Fraser?
I don't know either of these people. Nate Mayer sounds
Mann,
like a
he's
fun guy.
He's been like the main cast for Batman, him and Brendan Sklenar.
Nate Mayer? Who is that?
Nate Mann.
Nate Mann. Naked Man. No, Nate Mann. Is it his name Nate Mann?
Nate Mann.
Okay, I'm going to go not him, the other person. Who's the other person?
Charlie Fraser as Wonder Woman.
Yeah, Charlie Fraser. What's Chakri? Fraser. Fraser. Charlie Fraser. It's just coming up with Fraser. I'm going to go Charlie Fraser. I back you in.
Yeah, okay. You back him in?
Back you in.
Oh, I thought you said back you. All right. Charlie Fraser as Wonder Woman or Adria Arjona as Wonder Woman?
Adria Arjona as Wonder Woman.
All right, perfect.
That's dangerous putting her this early. I don't think
Adria Arjona as Wonder Woman or Glenn Powell as Booster Gold?
Adria Arjona as Wonder Woman.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Glenn Powell would be an elite booster gold though.
Yeah. Adria Arjona as Wonder Woman or Alan Richardson as Aquaman?
Adria Arjona as Wonder Woman. We've seen the Alan Richardson Aquaman. I reckon he can be a better character than Aquaman.
Okay.
He'd be insane though.
All right. Adria Arjona as Wonder Woman or Brandon Sklenar as Batman?
Brandon Sklenar as Batman. Make it happen. If you haven't seen Housemaid, go watch that. That
Yep.
guy puts on a hell of a performance. That's a crazy,
100%.
crazy movie. Did you see that, Harrow? Housemaid?
No.
Yeah.
No, I haven't
Good
seen it.
content.
Content.
It's
Sydney
good
Sweeney's a
content.
pretty good actress.
All right. Brendan Sklenar as Batman or Lucas Till as Flash? Do you need a photo?
Lucas Till.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
think
No,
he's
I'm going to
pretty
keep Brendan
quality.
Sklenar as Batman.
Okay. Yeah, yep. Brendan Sklenar as Batman or Damson Idris as Cyborg?
That'd be cool. Nah, keep me Brendan Sklenar.
All right.
Wait, Dam's Ninjas. Is that the guy
Yeah.
who's playing Black Panther?
Like who we want to play Batman?
oh, right,
Black
okay.
Panther, yeah.
No. Keep
Nah.
Brendan Sklenar.
All right. Brandon Sklenar as Batman or Charlie Hunnam as Green Arrow?
Whoa, that'd be tough.
Oh,
that'd be
that'd be
so
pretty
tough. I
clean.
love Charlie Hunnam.
Yep.
Sons of Anarchy, The
Mm,
Gentleman.
Yep.
His character in The Gentleman's one of my favorite characters.
Literally probably just goaded.
I think I'm going to keep Brendan Sklenar though. I want
Okay.
that casting so
All right,
bad.
All right. And then last one. Brendan Sklenar as Batman or Sterling K. Brown as Martian Manhunter?
Is that the guy
He's
from This Is Us?
Yep.
As Martian Manhunter. Manhunter. He's cool. He's a great
I
actor.
reckon he could be an awesome Martian Manhunter.
He could be a great Martian Manhunter.
Yeah.
But I just love, I want them to get the Batman casting so right. And
Yep.
I'd love them both. I reckon they're the best two you've said. But I
Yeah.
think I'm going to keep Brendan Sklenar as Batman.
I like it. Yeah, I
That's
actually
tough.
reckon Charlie Hunnam as Green Arrow and then Sterling K. Brown as Martian Manhunter are
Yep.
probably the best out of all of those
Yeah,
with,
I love
Brendan Sklenar. No, clean. Did well.
Clean.
Did well. Love
Okay.
it. So Brendan Sklenar as Batman. That's what we want. Book it in.
I'm going
Book
to
it
finish off. Okay. Finish off. You're just going to have to guess the top 10 movie franchises that made the most money in history. Okay. So you're going to go through 1 to 10. You can guess whatever.
Far
and we'll
out.
tick 'em off.
I don't even think I can think that quick.
Okay.
All right.
Top 10.
So MCU.
MCU is number 1, $48.5 billion.
Perfect. The Jurassic Park / Jurassic World movies.
Yep. That
Yep.
is number 7.
Okay.
Why can't I edit?
Perfect.
Yep.
So this is just all franchises with Would DC be in there?
DC is second, $16.15 billion.
Okay, all right. Is this just movies?
Movie franchises, yeah, not shows.
Is like Toy Story in there?
Toy Story is not in there. No.
Okay. Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious is $7.3 billion.
Okay. Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible isn't there. That was actually at 12, so not in the top
there.
10. That was at 12.
Okay, all right. Geez, what am I missing here?
Think, there's some pretty obvious ones, some big franchises. Think some of these movies were made a while ago, then they came back. Pretty big franchise. Some of them are really bad now. They were good back in the day.
What am I missing? Why am I hidden? I'm just hit a full blank.
Do we have some representation
back there?
No, we don't.
No. Oh, Star Wars. Yeah.
Star Wars at 3, $10.4 billion.
Love it. Harry Potter.
Harry Potter at 4. That is $9.7 billion.
So what am I missing?
You're missing 5, 8, 9, 10.
5. The Hobbit.
The Hobbits. Well, yeah. Yes.
Or
it's
Lord of the
like
Rings,
the Lord of the Rings
Lord of the Rings.
franchise is at 9, $6 billion.
All right. So I'm missing 3.
Yeah. Yes. So 5, 8, and 10.
5,
One of
8,
them came out
10.
this year.
Came out this
Pretty
year.
big franchise.
Came out this year.
I don't think you haven't really seen any of them.
Oh, really? Oh, freaking Avatar. Yeah, of course.
number 8, $6.5 billion. That's pretty impressive considering there's only 4 of those movies compared to like all these franchises.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, number 8. So you need you're missing number 5 and number 10. So number 5, very historic franchise. It changes of the guard every few movies. And then,
Planet of the Apes?
No.
Damn.
No,
No.
that's not even in there.
Changes of the guard. Why can I not think?
British.
British.
Some
Why am I so blank?
people prefer it stirred, not shaken.
Oh, James
Or is it
Bond.
shaken, not stirred? Shaken, not stirred.
James
Fuck.
Bond, yeah.
James Bond at 5.
Yep.
That is $7.8 billion. So your last one, this is definitely the hardest.
Okay.
Think animation.
Shrek.
Shrek was close. That's at 14. But this is higher than Shrek. More recent than Shrek.
More recent.
More like modern animation.
Modern animation.
Think like The Office. Like that could throw you off completely. That could throw you off completely. Think of there's like singing in some of the movies. It's like a squad of things.
Smurfs?
No, close.
Damn.
Close. What's similar to Smurfs? What's a different color to Smurfs? Not blue.
What?
What's yellow?
Minions. Minions. Oh, yeah, smart.
Despicable Me and Minions.
Despicable Me and the Minions.
$5.6 billion.
I forget about the Minions.
Yep.
Damn.
It's quality franchise.
Oh, yeah, that's clean.
Grew. Stills the moon.
Stills the moon.
Anyway,
No Transformers in there?
Transformers was at 11,
I
just
didn't even
behind
think of
Despicable Me. So the ones that missed
Transformers,
out, Transformers, Mission Impossible, Pirates of the Caribbean, Shrek,
Yep.
Twilight Saga, and The Lion King. So that was the
The Lion King.
that was the next 6. Anyway, so
That's pretty clean.
yeah,
Bro,
that's
so DCU, like full shat the bed and it's still
and still the second most
superhero
successful
movies, man.
franchise in terms of money. Yeah.
They're not dead. They're not dead. No,
Might be dying
they're
there.
still kicking.
Anyway, that's all we have in store for today's episode. Thank you for tuning in. Anything else to leave us off with? No?
No. I think
Cool,
just
cool. Cool.
head to the socials, like, follow, subscribe, comment, grill us about everything.
Yep.
Which we love. Just same old.
Jake, you still have shaved legs.
Showed them off today, so looking pretty classy.
Get
but-
some pants, man. You're just blinding me over here. They're like shining.
Oh, you're
Right.
talking about blinding with that pasty skin.
Okay,
right
didn't
there.
fucking need
It's
that
like-
at all. Bro, you were washed out last step. Couldn't even
Yeah.
see you. I was like, where's my co-host? Anyway, no, as always, thanks for tuning in, squad.
Yes, sir. We out.